Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of When It Rains, It Pours. I'm Keith Ray.
I'm Johnny Too Bad. I'm starting a mariachi band called Johnny and the Pistoleros. We play reggae standards, Maggot Brain, and 80s Joel.
Why would you do the 80s Joel thing? That's like the band from Step Brothers. That's the kind of Joel you like?
Yeah, shout out to Horatio Sands. Good luck with your grooming company.
He has a grooming company?
Yeah, he's grooming dogs now.
Oh. That's a bit of a different kind of grooming altogether.
Yeah, he used to groom underage women. And then he figured he didn't want to step on Ghislaine Maxwell's shit, so now he just cuts pets' hair. I'm watching him around mine, though.
Well, speaking of shout-outs, I want to start this episode with a couple of those, John. First off, we got to give a shout-out to our biggest fan, loyal viewer of the show, somebody I know personally, has watched every episode of When It Rains, It Pours from beginning to end.
Ben Affleck.
No, his name's Adam Zulik. Adam Zulik.
Oh, dang.
Reformed homeless man turned baby millionaire. He's not quite a millionaire, but he's like that 100,000 rich, you know?
He doesn't have as much cachet as Ben Affleck.
No, he doesn't. But
I didn't even go Matt Damon. Like, I went to the lesser of the Will Huntings, but...
You went to bad Will Hunting, or I get medium Will Hunting?
As many Jennifers as that dude gets. I don't know.
Did he get both Jennifers? Did he get Aniston and Lowe? Did he get J-Lo and
no,
Rachel?
He was married to Jennifer Garner for years.
Oh. Is Jennifer Garner an actress? What's she been in? She been in like was that the girl from the $1 Million Baby?
Is Michelangelo a sculptor? Was Leonardo a inventor and painter? Yeah, Jennifer Garner is fucking famous as fuck.
Yeah, but what has she been in?
What did you do in L.A.?
I mean, I didn't sit around watching Jennifer Garner movies, I'll tell you that.
I can't name anything she's been in.
Oh,
she's
really?
Extremely famous.
She wasn't in $1 Million Baby? She's not the girl from $1 Million Baby?
No, she's kind of looks like the girl from $1 Million Baby, except she's pretty.
This week's episode is brought to you...
Jay Baruchel.
Who's Jay Baruchel? This week's episode is brought to you by Cooper's Craft Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. $1 a shot. 41.1% alcohol.
Perfect for making you not get any pop culture references.
Yeah, if you
you
drink a little
seen,
bit of this, you'll forget all pop culture.
Have you ever seen, Knocked Up?
Yeah, Knocked Up. I've seen that movie.
Jay Baruchel's in that.
Is that the woman that gets knocked up?
No, that's Katherine Heigl. She's fucking super famous.
Well, that's like the only movie she was in, and she wasn't even very good.
She's on one of those fucking doctor shows.
Oh.
Too. Fucking Grey's Anatomy or ER or one of those. Jay Baruchel have you seen This Is the End?
Yeah. Is Jay the little skinny guy? Yeah. I think his name's Jay and Knocked Up, too.
His name is Jay and everything because he's a worse stoner than you and he can't answer to any other name.
Yet they cast him in all these movies.
Other movie, too, with Michael Cera and Kat Denning. The little New York club scene movie or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
He's in all that. Like, he's fucking Seth Rogen's best friend from growing up. He was in Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, I never saw that. Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, but you are aware of it.
Yeah, I know it exists. You don't have
to see everything to know the people that are in it. That's what I'm saying.
Not Joe Rogan. Seth Rogen was in Freaks and Geeks, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's also
one of the bigger freaks.
Oh, okay.
That's where he became good friends with that rapist dude.
Hyde from that 70s show?
No, but now you're
That
fine. That's the reference you
that's
can get.
that's a rapist I know.
He Hyde from that 70s show probably tried out for the part that Seth Rogen got.
Oh,
the
okay.
fucking dude, what's that dude's name? His brother's Franco, James Franco.
Oh, okay. James Franco.
Yeah,
great actor.
Jason Segel, Seth Rogen, and James Franco were the freaks.
Yeah,
They were the stoners.
I've never heard anything, and like that's the
Busy
thing about
Phillips, not related to Bijou Phillips, who's married to Danny Masterson, who's Hyde from that 70s show. But was not. Okay. She was James Franco's girlfriend.
Well, that's like a guy like James Franco. It just kind of warms your heart, because he's like just this balls to the wall talent. Pretty much infallible performance-wise in everything I've seen him do. And then on top of that, you never hear anything bad about the guy, He's a dude with a spotless reputation, both as a professional and a personal, in his personal life as well,
No, he's been canceled for underage girls.
Oh, shit.
But not, I mean,
it's like you don't even
not
really
fully
know.
Canceled. It's just like, it's kind of like Aziz Ansari. Like,
I'd like to
got out there that like he had a couple of bad dates. So
I'd like to sit
now he's
any jury down.
He's as bad as his fucking.
Oh, it's like the Aziz sitch. Yeah. Aziz is like, hey, want to have dinner on a boat?
More like
the girl's like, yeah.
Aziz didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. But
he took a girl on a
Franco's
date.
Probably more on like the Chris D'Elia tip. Like,
see, because that's the common misconception is like date rape. When you hear just those two words next to each other, you think like somebody goes on a date and then at the end of the date, if a girl doesn't want to put out, they forcibly rape you. And it's really like most of the time date rape is like people who barely even know each other, like some kind of creep hanger, like ghoul that hangs out in the shadows, kind of slips by and drugs a person and then carts them off when they're passed out, or or like a Cosby situation. Cosby was like a date rapist style rapist.
Yeah, he was like a date rapist. I'm making a turkey sandwich rapist. You're in my house, so I must rape rapist.
Yeah, he was a
He was all the different
kinds of rapists. You're right. That's true. But
it's
like,
funny though. It's like all you hear is like we need to end rape culture and this and that. But the only way women really date anymore is Tinder, which is like it's like the number one tool in the rape toolkit.
I mean, I
like it just.
I guess you could, but
let's make it easier to rape, but end rape culture.
I don't know. Women that you meet from Tinder, most of them want to meet in a public place for the first time you meet them.
Or you could just meet people in a public place.
That's true too.
Get outdoors, people.
I really don't understand why women would use Tinder. Because other than they enjoy the idea of shopping for a human being, but like, it's not like women have a hard time getting men to fuck them. Like, unless you're just so averse to going into public in any fashion, because it's not like you got to go to a bar to get laid. People who are shopping at the grocery store clearly don't have shit on the docket at the moment.
Keith, everybody knows. Have you seen Coming to America?
Yeah.
Where best place to meet a nice girl is church.
Exactly.
That boy good.
You can pretty much
Randy Watson.
You can meet a fucking person to have sex with virtually anywhere when you're a woman. And it's going to be hard to find men who won't fuck you. Like that would be a challenge for your average woman. Like, if you were to keep a tally of the men you meet throughout the day, the ones who won't fuck you are like maybe a couple married men, gay dudes, and even some of them, if they're anywhere on the spectrum, and you're just like,
You got poppers.
Like I'm not saying that a lot of gay men would just fuck some willing woman, but some of them would. And then let's see. So you've got some gay men, some married men, people who can't, people who are like crippled beyond belief, like they can't, like, and even then, like, we're not ruling out anybody with like CP or spina bifida. Like these dudes want to get fucked, so you could probably fuck almost all of them, but like maybe somebody who's in a coma or paralyzed on all.
Tie your shit to a pencil real tight. It'll get in there.
Now, sure, if you're like some atrocious she-beast, which, you draw your own picture in your mind as to what that is, maybe you'd have a little bit more pushback. You'd find a few more dudes that don't want to fuck you. But just your average woman, I'm saying the guy's got to be paralyzed in a deeply committed relationship, maybe. Really are only like 3 or 4 factors keep you from getting some.
You lost me.
I lost you. I was talking about how you started talking about Tinder and like why a woman would even want to be on Tinder. Just fuck the other waiters at your restaurant, like everybody else has done since the dawn of time. Like, I wouldn't do it if I wasn't a man. If I was a woman, I definitely wouldn't be on Tinder. I've deleted Tinder so many times. I don't know if I even have it right now.
I've never been on.
Well, John,
too old.
Want to break out some of this good California? It's funny. I've been saving this as a little treat for my big bro here. I'm not going to say how I came into possession of this, but we're about to smoke a bowl of some really good Kush, courtesy of the great Doug Benson. So a little Doug Benson weed for your boy.
Getting dug with high, huh?
Yeah, dude. We got famous people weed to smoke this week on the episode. I'm excited about that. And it ought to be pretty good. It looks good, smells good.
Yeah, here we go. Jennifer Garner, Alias, 13 going on 30. Daredevil.
Oh, I've seen that. 13 going on 30. That movie's fucking
Juno.
weird.
She's Jason Bateman's wife in Juno.
Ooh, it tastes famous. It tastes like some famous ass shit, dude. This tastes like, like KFC or Lee's chicken tastes famous. This is like some famous weed. I loved that Super High Me movie back in the day. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
That's a project I would never want to commit to just because you've got to quit smoking weed for 90 days. Like, I understand that you're proving a point that, like, weed isn't addictive, but it definitely is habit forming. Because I've been in the habit of smoking pot ever since I started smoking pot and realized that there's nothing fucking wrong with this.
You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying that's a hell of a commitment.
If that's the point of the movie, then that's what you start with. But everybody likes a good fail video too,
Yeah, if you end up smoking, it's like nobody's gonna be
epic fail.
Nobody's gonna be super mad at you.
Yeah, I'm thinking everybody that watched it when he actually did it would probably still watch it.
Had he
They
failed
probably
halfway
will
through the
watch.
30 days or 90 days.
They probably will watch anything he does. So,
Yeah. That Super High Me or Getting Dug with High was a good fucking podcast too back in the day. I don't know if they're still doing that or not.
That Super Size Me one would be worse for you.
Oh yeah, I mean that guy almost died just from eating McDonald's. Which, I mean, there's part of you like as a foodie, or just anybody who likes decent food at all, that when you hear about somebody who's eaten McDonald's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you like are rooting for them to die, you know? Just because like what a waste of the human experience it is to be somebody that eats like that. But this guy was doing it to prove the point that shit's fucking poison, and boy did he do a good job proving it. You know, put on 80 pounds and go into cardiac arrest and stroke out and still wake up being like, hey, can I get a milkshake?
Yeah, his hair turned red.
Did his hair really turn red?
I think it was always red.
Oh. Shut down. Oh, John, I wanted to talk to you because we're both big fans of radio, and you're a big Rover guy. And back in the day, I used to really love Opie and Anthony, which I mean, I was really only listening to like repeats off the internet because, you know, we didn't get that here in Indiana and stuff.
They were probably on their way out once you started anyway.
It was pretty much over, like, right around the time I found out about them and got into them. But I've gone back and listened to so many great tapes and stuff from that, and I really, really enjoyed it. And, of course, we're both tremendous fans of Bob and Tom, as everybody learned last week on the show. So I want to tell people, anybody out there that's like a big fan of Opie and Anthony, there's a new way to listen to Opie and Anthony where like a fan went back.
Yeah. All you got to do is go to YouTube.
Yeah.
And watch Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn.
No, that's not how what I was talking about. Basically, a super fan went back and cut up.
You want to listen to late 90s, early 2000s comedians that were funny, talk. That's what you do, right?
You watch Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn. Yeah, that's true. Or The Green Room with Paul Provenza. That's like maybe a few years later, but still a good show to listen to comics talk. Basically, if you're a fan of the Opie and Anthony show, there's a big divide, a big split, where like 95% of the show was like, we fucking hate Opie after the whole blow up between Opie and Anthony, where Anthony left the show.
See, that's one of the better things about Bob and Tom too. They
did not have
split up amicably.
Yes, exactly.
Still wonderful friends to this day.
Yeah, love each other.
Spend lots of time. They have Sunday dinner every week.
Every week, the whole family. Christy Lee's there talking about Blow and Kiss.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Chick's there blowing Joe Theismann.
So the super fan, John, he went back and he redacted and cut out all of Opie's participation in all the conversations, like all the great episodes. Just went in and snipped out Opie, but because like if you cut out somebody talking in a conversation, it can really disrupt the timing of everything. He like left the space and put in Jim Norton doing a really obnoxious impression of what Opie's role was on the show. We gotta take a call. Get another guy on the call. Like it's really just as far as like if you're an audiophile and an Opie and Anthony fan, listening to Nopester or Nope and Anthony on YouTube. It's a great way to kill time if you got a long drive. It's pretty. I didn't think you could make some of these conversations from back in the day funnier. You know, fucking Louis asking Rumsfeld if he's a lizard from outer space, or fucking I don't know.
Yeah,
Patrice schooling people in pimp
the
games.
sad thing about the days of actual terrestrial radios. You had to actually pay bills.
Yeah, that's
Anthony
true.
Cumia couldn't do his green screen show with his AK-47s if Opie didn't say the fucking call signs and the fucking time of day and the fucking weather.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's how it happens sometimes. You want to be a millionaire, you fucking say the fucking name of the radio.
Yeah, that's true.
But this guy sounds real creative. He spent a lot of time taking something else that other people did and just deleting parts of it. Good job.
I'm just saying.
You are a comedic genius.
I'm just saying. I didn't think you could make this shit better, and he did. It's funnier. You laugh even more often, and that's all it's about when you're trying to laugh. When you're listening to something for a goof, for a laugh, you want to laugh a bunch. He put in extra funny Jim Norton stuff.
Or you could just go to the clips on YouTube that already exist that are just the funny parts.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, oh, what's this say? Oh, Patrice O'Neal and Louis C.K. on Opie and Anthony. I think most of it's just going to be Louis and Patrice, right?
Yeah,
the funny part.
Maybe you don't have to cut out like it. I was impressed with it, but it is a rewriting of history.
Listen to them tell fucking homeless people to go have sex in a church or whatever the fuck they did. Dude, you want to talk about real radio? Fucking talk about having a game where you make a puke cannon and you fucking have your employees puke in it and shoot it at each other, and they turn it on the wrong way so it sprays all over the entire studio.
I'm guessing this is something they did on Rover.
And Mark Maron brings it up 10 years later on Two Bears, One Cave.
Okay. Mark Maron went on Two Bears, One Cave.
Yeah, he was a guest host, and he brought up this story.
He's a little scrawny for a bear.
This shit happened even before I fucking listened to Rover, and he brought it up this year.
Well, but let me ask you this. So you're talking about a puke cannon. This is clearly a visual gag. And this is 10 years ago before they even had fucking cameras in the studio.
No, they had cameras.
Oh, they had cameras? Well, like, where could you even see that shit? I don't understand visual gags on radio. You know what I'm saying? We do a video show, and we don't do almost any visual gags at all.
Video. They have their own. They do their own video.
Oh, okay. That's all on their own.
Been on their website for a long time.
Oh, really? Okay. So people hear it on the radio.
Got an app. Now they got an app, but back then it was just on their
website. You'd hear it on the radio. You'd be like, "Oh shit, I want to see what the fuck happened." So I'm gonna get on their website. Sorry about that.
Cutting edge stuff, dude.
Get on the website. Watch it later. I got you.
No, Opie and Anthony did funny ass bits too, but I'm just saying, like,
the original Whip It Out Wednesdays.
I don't think that this dude is like, he cuts out Opie.
Nopester?
Like what?
He just cuts out the whole. I didn't realize that Opie was the whole time I listened to him.
You're trying
before the breakup or whatever.
Too hard. Like,
they've
been off the air for fucking 15 years.
Yeah, it's a long time.
And you still are holding a grudge this bad? Like, that's what I mean. I buy the fucking t-shirts and listen every day, but at some point you gotta fucking cut it off a little bit and live in the real world.
Yeah, that's true. Not try and doctor old radio into better old radio.
Yeah. You're fucking editing fucking clips from 2013 so you can re-listen to it after you edit it.
Oh man,
Like, dude,
it's an
get a
obsession.
life, man.
Yeah, it's an obsession. The
Yeah.
pests really never have let it go.
Yeah, let it go, dude. Listen to the.
Listen to something
if
that
you
exists.
love Anthony Cumia so much, fucking pay his fucking paywall to listen to his shit. Compound Media or whatever.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. Compound Media used to be like him and Artie and
you want to suck
DePaulo,
Anthony's dick. Fucking suck
suck
his current dick, not the one from fucking 8 years ago.
Yeah.
If you love him so much, motherfucker needs to buy piranhas and shit for his 60,000 gallon fucking fish tank. Whatever the fuck.
I understand.
But fans are fans.
Yeah,
we got one fan, so
yeah. Adam,
shout out to us for
Adam,
having a fan.
Adam Zulik. Thanks for watching every episode.
Yeah, shout out to you.
And every single minute of every episode, as you put it last night on the phone, if I remember that correctly.
You gave him your phone number?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no. He's a buddy of mine from California.
You better get in that camp. Oh, okay, California. So you got some buffers on.
Yeah, he was telling me I should move back out there. And then I
tried
tried to
get some spots at the store. Well, they lost a little bit of population out there.
I tried to get him to give me one reason, and he would try, and I'd be like, blah, blah. I just give like a little bit of pushback, and it just fell apart. Like, I'd be like, come on, man, give me a fucking reason to come back there, and he would be like, it's real easy to get a fake vaccination card. And I'm like, well, I don't need that, fucking, I'm pro-science. So don't worry about me in that regard. Give me another reason. He couldn't fucking find a reason. It's crazy, but the reason that I was on the phone with him last night, he gave me a ring to help settle a dispute about which of our two homeless friends is more unemployable. But they're both, the thing is, both these guys are fucking hilarious. Like, they shouldn't have to work at real jobs.
Yeah, they just fucking...
They should be able to just
sit on the sidewalk and people walk by them and point and laugh. And
no,
they really should crack people up.
They should be able to just have a little room and a little fucking walking around diner money, to fucking live on, and because they bring true laughter and joy to the world. But,
I'm sure there'll be plenty of groves of tiny houses once Caitlyn Jenner wins the recall election over Newsom. So
there's a recall
will work out.
Going on in the Newsom election.
Yeah, they're trying to kick him out, man.
Are they saying that Caitlyn Jenner actually got more votes than Gavin Newsom?
I don't think they've had the votes yet, but I think Caitlyn Jenner is trying to run as a Republican, too.
I knew that she was running as a Republican, but I didn't know that the votes had been cast and that she was saying it was a close enough race that they need a recount.
I don't think they've been cast.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a recall.
Oh, what's the recall?
That's like impeaching.
Oh, okay.
Like they did
like the impeachment
when fucking... you don't remember when all those other crazy people ran for governor of California?
No,
not
really.
Can't remember when it was, but that porn star chick ran, Mary Carey.
Oh, okay.
But just I think Emmanuel Lewis might have ran.
Who did he play? Was he Punky Webster?
He's just Webster.
He was just Webster. He was Webster. I don't think...
Punky is Punky Brewster.
Punky Brewster. What was
Salil Moon Fry.
Well, what about who? He was Webster, and then there was Gary Coleman, and then who was the other one? The other little fat kid that never grew up. Wasn't there another one? Because Emmanuel Lewis, Gary Coleman, and then there was another kid that never grew, that couldn't grow.
Andy Milonakis?
Yeah, that was way later. I was thinking back in that same era of like Emmanuel Lewis is from What's Happening, right?
No, he's fucking from Webster.
Webster. Who was the kid on What's Happening?
Fucking Rerun?
I don't know his name.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
The little fat one. Did he ever grow up?
Yeah, he was fucking grown up on that show.
On What's Happening?
Yeah.
There wasn't a little fat kid on What's Happening.
No, Different Strokes is Gary Coleman.
Yes, agreed.
Webster is Emmanuel Lewis.
Which was the show Webster.
Yeah, it was the same show.
Okay, and then What's Happening did not have a little fat kid.
No, there
on it.
wasn't any fucking retards on What's Happening. It's fucking Jimmy JJ whatever with the fucking dynamite.
No, that is not What's Happening. That is oh god, that's the family show. Good Times.
Oh yeah, that is Good Times.
That's Good Times, dude. The little kid on Good Times grew into a man because that show was
there wasn't
on
any
long
little
enough.
kid on Good Times. They were all like teens.
Yeah.
John Amos. Shout out to John Amos.
Yeah, the
Conan
great.
the Barbarian.
But okay, so you're saying
What's Happening? I don't know about What's Happening.
I thought there was a little boy on What's Happening that never grew up. Just
So
like
you're saying there's three
Gary Coleman.
retarded little...
Fat kids that never grew up.
Nah, I don't think so.
Damn. So, John, on that note, we definitely got to talk about probably the greatest story I've heard in a long time in the world of violent crime. The whole town robbing the bank down in Brazil.
Oh, did you see that?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Those motherfuckers are nuts, dude.
Like a military operation, they robbed this bank. The level of planning, execution, the fact that they worked as a team of like 20-some people. See, I always had this theory, right? That when a new bank moves into a town, what you should do is rob the bank as a town. Like, let the bank get robbed and then split the money amongst all the townsfolk.
What's Happening is Rerun. But
how old was he in the show? Like
JJ,
8, 9 years old?
JJ was from Good Times.
Yeah, of course. I know JJ was from Good Times.
Nah, but they were all still bigger kids. There wasn't any midgets on What's Happening.
Well, I don't think Gary Coleman was a midget. I think he was.
He's
he
a
had
little person.
He had a disease that wouldn't let him grow, but he was like a
Yeah, what do
normal
you
sized
think
child.
fucking little person's disease is dwarfism.
Yeah, but he was a normal sized child. Like he grew, and then it like stopped at a certain point, like
But
Danny
he didn't
DeVito.
but Andy Milonakis is taller. He still looks boyish.
Yeah,
But he's tall enough to not be a little person. Webster and fucking Gary Coleman are both still very short.
yes, I think they're definitely under the cutoff for if I think it's like 4'11" or something like that.
They
or
wouldn't be
4'10".
used as a human shield in a bank robbery in Brazil. Basically, they aren't big enough.
Which the human shield aspect of this robbery, dude.
That's
the way
what
they
I'm
just
saying.
tied these like they were tying people to the
They're
hoods
like,
of the
oh, you want to
cars.
shoot us from your police helicopter because we put proximity mines all over the fucking city like we're in fucking 007 fucking Goldeneye. They fucking put all these bombs all over the city, proximity mines. Then their getaway is just driving slow as fuck because no one to get to them, and they can't the police won't shoot them from above because they fucking strap motherfuckers to the
Human
top
beings.
of their fucking cars.
To the trunk, so they couldn't shoot the gas tank. To the roof, so they couldn't shoot through and kill them. And to the hood, so they couldn't take out the engine blocks. I'm talking about 6 motherfuckers strapped to the top of a fucking car so that you can safely drive through the booby-trapped fucking multiple barricades that you set up. Like, they were out in like 4-man teams, and then the final 4-man team.
Every person that was in a part of this, their favorite movie is Heat.
Yeah, straight up G's. And as we all know, bank robbery is one of those victimless crimes that we all, in our heart of hearts,
say that when you're fucking strapped to the hood of a fucking car.
If it was in the name of somebody robbing a bank, I would gladly volunteer. I am.
You would probably weigh down the front of the car too much.
John, don't put this on me, okay? It's not like I support bank robbery. We all support bank robbery in our heart of hearts. Nobody ever roots for the cops in a bank robber movie. Period. Not in Heat. Not in The Town. Not in fucking The Departed. And that's not even a bank robbery movie. That's just a movie about hardened murderers, where you still don't root for the fucking cops. Not in Public Enemies, which is about John Dillinger, who wasn't exactly Mr. Robin Hood. But we all love him. We all love John Dillinger. He's fucking Indiana boy, hometown hero. Always root for the home team. And who is he robbing? The fucking banks. And banks aren't people. They're heartless, soulless, fucking organizations designed to steal from all of us. So we all innately fucking love bank robberies. We support that shit.
Well, that's 2 weeks in a row when one of us calls someone heartless and soulless.
Who did you call heartless and soulless last week?
Oh, we don't probably want to bring that.
Could it have been a titan of radio? Anyway, basically, there is no question in my mind that bank robberies are one of those things that have to be illegal, because if they weren't illegal and met with consequences, we would all do it. You just being late on your rent, you'd fucking do it. Because, it's just a totally victimless crime. Even if you get away with it, say you, as long as you don't kill anybody in the commission. These guys
got away with it.
Yeah, they got away with it.
20 people, so I hope they got a really big score, because otherwise they're going to be killing each other, so they don't have to split it up. What happened to New Edition? Bobby Brown realized he could make the same amount of money on his own.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of them that get deaded the fuck out.
Yeah. But
they fucking 20 people and they get fucking what? $500,000? Is it worth it?
At least they'll have died a soldier in the army of the Lord. Just taken from the takers. And think about it. Because, as long as you don't kill anybody and you get away with all the money, who really gets hurt? The insurance company that insured the money.
When the fucking scumbag that you're partnered up with fucking double crosses you and kills your ass. Oh, I'm telling you, I guarantee half of those dudes will be dead.
Hopefully they're family.
Half of them did.
That'd keep them from killing each other.
Or half of them were forced to do it because they were told that the rest of them were going to kill their family.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Dude, Brazil, they fucking... If you're a fucking semi-decent MMA fighter, they'll fucking kidnap your family.
Is it really that bad down in Brazil?
Fuck yeah, it ain't all Fogo de Chao all in that motherfucker.
No, I've heard that it's quite the opposite of Fogo de Chao. Isn't it weird that,
they're fucking dangerous, dude.
Brazilian steakhouse,
I don't give a fuck. They got that Yakuza blood in them, too, because the Japanese population's so high.
I don't know if you're allowed to. Is that? I think that you just can't. That got canceled, right? What the fuck? You can't say
What are you talking
Yakuza
about?
blood. That's like that'd be like saying, oh, to a black guy, oh, he's got that Crip blood in him. You know, like that's not nice. You can't say that.
No, I'm saying there's a lot of fucking Japanese immigrants in Brazil.
Yeah, but Japanese
fucking-
people aren't Yakuza. That just happens to be one little faction of Japanese people.
Okay, then
Like Italian people aren't in the mafia. It's just some Italian people are in the mafia. That one actually, that might be wrong. It might be a majority there. I don't know.
Keith,
I've never
who
seen
do
a
you
poor
think-
Italian
Who do
family.
you think is immigrating from Japan to Brazil? The fucking pillars of society? Yeah, it's like finding a fucking American in fucking Mexico. He's trying to escape something. Either he was born on the 4th of July, or he's so fucking on the run from the fucking feds.
Was he on the run from the cops? The guy from Born on the 4th of July when he was down in Mexico?
No, he was a fucking...
He was just,
had very severe PTSD.
yeah, he had gone through quite a bit. And he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And it's just tough to be happy in a wheelchair. You know?
Shout out to Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, that's not who that was. That was Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe is his buddy down in Mexico.
Oh, yeah. I watched Platoon yesterday.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe.
That's another good.
Oliver Stone.
Willem Dafoe was in both of those, and they're both Oliver Stone, aren't they?
That's what I just... exactly what I just said 2 seconds ago.
Well, I thought that's what you were saying, but I wasn't sure. I don't know, finding out if that's what you meant. Anyway.
Also, Jennifer Garner plays his little sister.
In Born on the 4th of July?
No, in Platoon.
There's no little sisters in Platoon?
Yeah, she ain't in either of those.
Okay, I was like, first off, there's the only female characters in the whole movie are named Old Woman and Rape Victim number 2. Like it's numbers 1 and 2. Like it's a pretty male heavy cast in.
There's a few
in
other females. The one in the ditch getting raped.
That's what I just said.
Oh. Guess you're not the only one that doesn't listen.
Yeah, it's
there's
terrible.
a chick with the
one-legged
retarded boy.
with the one-legged son.
Then there's the one that gets shot in the head.
Yeah.
That's the head of the village's wife.
But then the rest are
then
just
there's
extras.
the girl that gets raped in the ditch.
Yeah, the rest are just
That's
pretty much
at least
extras.
3 credited women.
Yeah, there's three. The mother of the retarded son.
I mean, the glass ceiling was only so low back in the 80s. I mean, I know it's the 80s, but come on. We were still moving forward.
Yeah, they had Forrest Whitaker in there, dude. Getting ready for that Good Morning Vietnam.
Kevin Dillon.
Kevin Dillon is a straight up psychopath in that movie.
Little stretch from Entourage. Huh?
Yeah, bro.
Boy's got some range.
he bites out like a whole chunk of a beer can and then gives it to the officer like, here
you go, Lieutenant.
you got some real lunatics working for you.
Thanks,
Oh man,
thanks, bud.
He's like, yeah, I'll send this home. Like, I'm gonna throw this in the trash. Just came out of your mouth. Willem Dafoe's all fucking cracked out on heroin in the fucking corner. Just sitting there staring at a giant picture of Ho Chi Minh.
No, he hung out with all the stoners down in the bunker.
Their little stoner bunker was a pretty cool place, like, to get high. Like, if you had to have a little place that you go to get high, they had a pretty dope little clubhouse there.
Yeah, that's the real meaning of a shotgun.
Yeah, and then...
You ever do that?
No.
Or you clear the chamber and...
Smoke pot through through an actual firearm?
Yeah.
No, I haven't done that.
You
I
haven't
didn't.
lived.
Me and my buddies made a pipe one time out of copper tubing and a tuba mouthpiece. So you could pack that fucking thing, and it was like big, long, kind of curly tube.
Also, Corey Glover, he was in that too.
Yeah. And that
Look
one dude.
in my eyes.
That
What do you see?
That one dude that's just like crazy as fuck lifting weights. He's
he's in
great
some.
in there.
Keith David, of course.
Keith David. Yeah. Keith David, that's one of his like quintessential roles. It's
Keith
funny.
David's been in the fucking everything.
If you rewatch Platoon, you realize that like when they were writing the pseudo script for the lines to the movie they were supposed to be making in Tropic Thunder, it's just all completely ripped off from Platoon. All the accents, all of like the characters' personalities, except for that one line about him being a saucier or whatever, which is from Apocalypse Now. But like all the actual lines for that, they just totally just ripped them off completely from Platoon's actual lines, which is weird.
There's plenty of Vietnam movies to rip off.
Yeah. I was surprised they didn't vary it up a little bit so that it wasn't so.
I wouldn't mind a new Vietnam movie, like an actual one, like not Tropic Thunder, like a.
We Were Soldiers was like the last one with Mel Gibson. And
there's some of my favorite movies are Vietnam movies.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Platoon.
Some of the best made movies are Vietnam movies. I mean, Coppola's Apocalypse Now is.
Even
as good a movie as you'll ever see.
Forrest Gump, dude. That Vietnam shit, that shit's
Is
iconic.
that Spielberg?
Huh?
Who did Forrest Gump? Is that Cameron or Spielberg or?
It's not Spielberg.
No, I can't remember who did.
I think it's fucking Rob Reiner.
Oh, Rob Reiner.
Tom Hanks.
Probably is Rob Reiner, dude.
Or maybe Ron Howard. I'll look that up now. It's a Tom Hanks dude. It's one of his guys.
Ron Howard was...
Shout out to Chet Hanks.
Chet Hanks?
Got signed to Soulja Boy's record label.
Oh, is that Tom Hanks' son?
Yeah, the crazy one.
Tom Hanks' son drinks Cooper's Craft Kentucky Straight Bourbon. $1 a shot. Enjoy. So, John, if you were offered an opportunity to rob a bank, and like the plan was solid as fuck, and you really believed that you could get away with it, would you participate in a bank robbery, or do you think that like it's an immoral thing to do because of the terrorizing of the people that work there, or the potential for there to be real violence? Would that keep you?
You're asking me if I would rob a bank?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking this plan's solid, the crew's solid. You're making off with a lot of money.
Dude, I'll take some extra sauces from the fucking Chinese food store, but I'm not fucking robbing no bank. Man.
Damn. You like when they got the little things of sauce up at the front, you grab a couple extra?
Hell yeah, why not?
Because they decide how much sauce you get.
I don't go to the Chinese food store that often anyway.
Fair enough.
It's just an example. Yeah, I'm not a big stealer.
Me neither. You know, like the farthest I really have ever gone is like a little bit of food here and there when I was really broke years ago. No, I just borrowed money from you today. But that's the thing. Like when you're thousands of miles away from your family and you have any source of fucking pride, you know, you don't want to call home just because you don't have anything to eat. You're going to get paid in a couple days from your job. So, you know,
have a son take you out for lunch.
Hey, sometimes you do. You gotta ask the homie to take you out for lunch. Dude, one time he came in, and I was literally eating ketchup and crackers. And the next day, he just had the idea that we should go to lunch.
Yeah, that's a good friend.
At lunch, he's like, "Was that you that was eating the ketchup and crackers?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. You know, sometimes you gotta like. I wasn't gonna not buy cigarettes and beer."
And his second question was, "How do you still stay so fat?"
Yeah. Well, I lost a lot of weight, but I've gained it all back. It's crazy. I got
It's a problem with having money.
I got
You're
a
able to eat.
fluctuation. I got a fluctuation rate where it's like it'll go. I'm at the top end of my plateaus, like
You weighed yourself
of my
at
three.
the house.
Yeah, and I'm on the high end of my plateaus right now. So it's like it's really only going down from here. You know, it's really only going down.
What was
from
the
here.
number?
Oh, dude, we're not. Oh yeah. You're just gonna have me put it out there into the world on the podcast like that? Really fucking throwing me under the bus today, huh?
Everybody cover your ears.
Yeah. Well, let's just say if it was millions of dollars, you'd buy the Powerball ticket. You know, it's a Powerball ticket you'd take a chance on.
Dang, I got a ticket right now.
Hell yeah, dude.
I never checked this.
If you saw the Powerball was at this many millions, you'd buy the ticket. Anyway. What are you checking it right now?
Yeah. Dude, what better place to announce to the world that I'm a fucking 100 millionaire?
What does it take a picture of it or some shit?
Yeah, you scan your shit.
Oh, I did not know that you could scan lottery tickets with your phone. That's awesome. Well, I'll vamp,
Yeah,
I guess,
talk
a little bit.
man,
I'm over here, like, looking at the phone myself. What do you think you'd do if you won?
Oh, shit. Congratulations, you won.
Really? How much? $10?
$4.
$4. Hey, there you go. Time to quit your day job.
Yeah.
That's how I used to roll. Get one paycheck, be like, I don't really need this job anymore. End of the month comes around, you're like destitute again. You're like, oh man.
Dude, how do you even
Should've kept
fucking
it for
win
longer than a week.
$4, dude?
Well, I think you just got one number,
That's
and you
stupid.
bought more than one run at it, so you probably hit the same number on a couple of them.
It's gay.
Well,
I wanted to be a millionaire.
well, you should rob a fucking bank with 21 or 22 of your closest friends.
And kill, and then murder 19 of them.
And then, yeah, exactly.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. How much money, what was it, the fucking bank that holds all of the money of Brazil? Because if it's not, then they didn't get that much to split between fucking 20 people, dude.
They could have got, what if they got 22
million? They got
million?
hundreds of thousands of dollars at the most.
Well, that's tens of thousands of dollars, so get ready.
Yeah,
do
that's
it again
enough
in 6 months.
How expensive do you think all the fucking proximity mines and shit were that they bought?
I
And
figured
the
they made those.
machine guns.
I figured, this is
they're
Brazil.
on fucking tripods and shit. It's not fucking. They're military trained people. Like, dude, that's what I'm saying.
Why should they stop
they
now? They can keep going. They can do this
got
again and
maybe
again.
a couple $1 million if it's like the biggest bank in Brazil.
I don't know.
But,
I bet you there's some banks there that's got a couple 10 million lying around.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to split it between fucking 20
$1 million
people.
bucks a piece. You guys can retire for a little while in Brazil on
that.
that.
It was like 5 people.
Yeah, and they had what? They got what? Like 25 million.
Well, yeah, it was a movie.
But I'm saying, like,
the banks in fucking LA got more money than fucking ones in Brazil.
Yeah, but they've got a real military force called the LAPD to protect them motherfuckers.
Yeah, because of that fucking robbery that happened there.
Now that was a great robbery right there, where they had the full
with
body
the
armor.
Body armor. That's what Heat is based off of.
I know, but like they actually, like the real guys did it way better.
That's how L.A. didn't even have a SWAT team or none of that shit before that.
Yeah. God.
I mean, they did, but that's how they got like the tanks and all that shit.
Wouldn't it be just hilarious?
Like they had
the
cops had like fucking revolvers and shit going up.
Yeah, they were all Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon.
I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, running with that big butt, with that big booty run that fucking Danny Glover would do, and then he was like, "I got a lame arm," and then he's fucking with your 6-shooter, and the guy's got a machine gun full. He's all plated out. Now they actually did that in Lethal Weapon 4 or 3. Was it 4 or 3 where the guy's got he's plated up in armor and he's got a fucking flamethrower and he's like listening to some music and shit, just setting the world on fire. And they have to shoot they've got to shoot the tanks on his back, and then he
what was it, the one with Jet Li and Chris Rock?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Probably
that's the one. 4. What's Chris Rock's name in that fucking shit?
Butters,
yeah.
Sham, I pulled that one out.
I know, right?
That's right, too.
Oh, John.
Pretty much.
I'd rather be a bank robber than Butters.
I don't know, man. I'm not.
You're just
not trying to recruit me, or what?
I'm just saying,
I'm
not
into robbing banks.
I'm just saying that
I got.
Will you at least admit that there is absolutely
go
nothing wrong with it? Absolutely nothing wrong with robbing a bank. People who work at banks know banks get robbed. It's a social contract. Bank robber's job is to rob banks. Bank teller's job is to hand the money the fuck over and be quiet. Don't hit any alarms. Fucking stand still. There's no need to be a hero. You know what I'm saying? I know all the lines that they got. I know the lines that they're going to be told that they should obey. And I've never worked at a bank. You know what I'm saying? There's just nothing wrong with robbing banks. Don't hit the safety deposit boxes, because that's like good people's stuff, you know? Like, unless you know that like a Nazi millionaire has like a cachet of diamonds, like, I don't know, in The Inside Man, then you can hit one.
You've been watching
safety
too many
deposit
movies,
box.
man.
I'm just saying.
Bank robberies don't go the way they do in the movies, man.
I'm just saying, if you got that situation going on, go ahead and hit the safety deposit
if you
box.
have the fastest fucking Mustang on the fucking thoroughfare, and you got a fucking nice curly mustache, and you want to fucking go into the fucking bank with a Colt 45 and pull out a sack of money like this, like, dude, what? It's not like it is in the movies, man.
Yeah, dude. If you find a mint condition,
most likely you're just gonna get shot in the fucking head.
Shelby GT 500 Mustang. There's nothing wrong.
Why don't
with
we just
ramping it up?
Keith, why don't we just go out and steal a bunch of vintage muscle cars all over the city, and Angelina Jolie can be my fucking female love interest, and you can play Giovanna Ribisi with a few 100 pounds on him.
Jesus. I'm the Ethan Suplee cameo.
Gone in 60 seconds up in here. Yeah. How about this? Why don't I
Nothing wrong with
get
gone
my
in 60
face,
seconds, bro. That's
why don't I get my face surgically removed and your face surgically removed, and we'll switch faces, and then you'll be some weird criminal that nobody knows what he actually does, but he has cool guns, and I'll be a demented fucking FBI agent and can be face off. What if it's a movie? Like,
well, what if
these dudes in Brazil fucking, that shit they did is like something in a movie. But that shit doesn't happen. And they're all going to end up dying, dude. That's
and the shit they're doing tonight, if I know anything about how...
If you're willing to strap people to the hood of your car so you don't get shot, you're willing to shoot the guy that's in the fucking passenger seat right next to you. Haven't you ever seen Breaking Bad?
It was
That's like real life. That's exactly how it happens in real life.
Yeah, it doesn't go right. It doesn't go right at all.
Bad things happen.
All I know is that those guys right now are burning fucking money bands and getting dressed up in suits that are white with black undershirts with long lapels, like lapels all the way down to their nipples, ready to go out and hit the discotheque, baby. And they're going to Saturday Night Fever on all that bank robbery money,
half
dude.
of them are piranha food already, dude.
Well, but the ones that are still alive...
They're getting chewed up by Amazonian dolphins and shit.
The ones that are alive are getting that Luis Guzman fucking pompadour from fucking Boogie Nights and getting ready to go disco dance it up with Roller Girl.
The ones that are still alive moved to the U.S. where civilized people live.
Yeah, and they started a Brazilian steakhouse.
Where we wear body armor. We don't strap people to the hoods of our cars.
I'll tell you,
dude, Brazilians get fucking crazy, man.
It was smarter than wearing that. What happened with these guys? They got the fuck away. What happened with those guys with the fucking body armor? Oh, I only got 5 bullets left. Better blow my brains out. You know? Never got to spend $1.
They got away, but that's what
Died
I'm
in the
saying.
street.
That's not the end of the day. Getting away is not the end of the day. You got to get to your fucking jump point. You got to get to fucking... Once you do something like that, it's like Heat. He went back for that chick. And she wasn't even that pretty. And he got murked by fucking Al Pacino. That always pissed me off because I'm more of a De Niro guy. I don't like that De Niro lost.
Really?
All for that fucking woman.
I'm more of a Pacino guy.
If he was like Zabulon, dude.
Yeah. If he had a cold Jewish pimp's heart, like Zabulon,
he should have.
Our good friend that we support, the last Jew of Afghanistan.
He should have took more of his cues from Casino when he played.
Dude, when he played Sam.
Yeah, Rusty.
Yeah, man. Dude, that's one of that scene. That scene when he throws her the fuck out of his house. Like, and she's in the closet talking about her things and what's hers and shit. And he just grabs her. I don't know if it's by the face, the throat, by the clothes she's wearing, and fucking throws her out on the fucking yard.
Tears up the yard and shit.
I stood and applauded. Like, in my heart. I don't know if I actually did it physically, but like...
He still lost out.
I was cheering.
She got the money.
Standing. When I saw that scene, because like they manipulate your emotions throughout that film to such where you're just like, that's what I'm fucking, stop taking this abuse, brother. Like, it's not enough to just not love me, but you have to shove it down my throat that you don't love me. You have to rub it in my face like a sour cream pie. Oh, man. Just when he throws her out on the street, because I've had to put a bitch out before in my life. And it's...
Out of the shed?
Well, no. It was out of our parents' guest room. But anyway, I've had to do this before in a breakup where you got to put somebody the fuck out. I didn't, like... There was nothing physical about it. It was throwing her stuff, and she followed the stuff. But... Like, as you chuck that suitcase across the yard into the street, you feel so alive and free. Free from torment and abuse. Free from manipulation. Of course you let her back, you know. Only to have to do the same thing again and again because you're a simp, you know. But, like, that moment, it's a special one to live. If you live a real life, someday you'll end up being one of the characters from fucking Casino.
Try me out, fatso.
Try and go for Sam. I remember when I called you to tell you I felt like fucking Sam, and you were like, "Oh, you do? You are staying on our parents' couch, and you feel like the king of Las Vegas." And I was like, yeah, because there's this little scumbag motherfucker trying to steal my girl. And I'm over here like giving my girl everything I got. Anyway, yeah, I'm no king of Vegas, but I have put a bitch out. You know what I'm saying?
Something to hang your hat on.
Well, you can't put that another way. When it gets to the point where, like, you can't PC up that sentence, otherwise it loses the meaning of what it is. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, I asked my lady to leave. That doesn't mean
anything you know about me, Keith. It's that I'm terribly politically correct, and I won't stand for anything less.
Well, I'm just saying I would like to have said that in a way that might not have offended anybody, but there really isn't in a way you can. You know? Otherwise, it won't mean the same thing.
It's not put out a bitch. It's put out a cunt. PC. PC, not PB. What, are you fucking making a peanut butter sandwich?
It's
we use the
PC,
C word around here.
PC and gay. It's piss cunt and JJ. What would vajj? What would be the J?
Dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, me neither. Let's call it.
Hasta la vista. Don't forget, I'm dropping a new mariachi band.
Yeah,
if you're a mariachi band
Drink
that wants
Cooper's
to
Craft,
work, that
Kentucky
wants to work
Straight
for
Bourbon
me,
whiskey.
I'll pay you and I'll own you. Please come.
$1 a shot. It'll get you drunk. Cooper's Craft Kentucky Straight Bourbon whiskey.